Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that you have been waiting for probably 10 days now. This is the door and window assignment. We are getting towards the end of our 2D assignments, so this is probably the third hardest one you will do. We've got two remaining after this. One of them is the furniture, and one of them is the iPhone. This one, we start to get some smaller dimensions. We do 330 seconds for the arrow and text height. We do a couple flipping arrow situations, which I'll explain when I do some dimensions later. But for the most part, we also start getting away from the box size, that general term that I use for every drawing that we do. So you'll see that I still say, the box size is 8 by 6 7/8. I tell you that door hinges are 1/16 by 1/4. I'll let you guys figure those out. Maybe I'll do one of them. The brakes and the hinges are 1/16 a piece. Use 330 seconds for your text and arrow size. So everything has to get a little bit smaller because, as you can see, everything has to fit nice and perfect. And sometimes there are just too many dimensions to keep them at the larger size. Okay, so here we go. We're going to draw it. I'm going to skip some stuff that I don't think that you need to really see me do. But for the most part, everything is pretty standard. Oh, and like I said, we're getting away from the box size a little bit. So really, you want to figure out, like, where is the general area of the door, where is the general area of the window, and then build those things in from there. So I'll show you that right now. So basically what you're going to do, you're still going to start with your diagonal line. Whoops. And you are going to do your construction line. You guys know this stuff, so I don't really even have to say it. Your offsets. So if our box size is 8 by 6 7/8, now if I didn't give you that, how would we figure it out? Well, you're still taking the topmost part and the bottommost part, and you see that I have a dimension that's 6 7/8. Now for the width, how far is it from here to here to there to there? I don't give you a big number, but you can see that you have 3.5. You've got 1, so that's 4.5. And then if you were to add up all these things on the doors here, you got 1/4 for the trim, 9/16. You've got 5/8, 1/2, 5/8, 9/16 again, and 1/4. So if you were to add up all those things, it would actually be the exact same size as the window. They're both 3.5. So 3.5, 3.5, and 1, that's where you get your 8 inches. And then I know that sounds complicated, but it's really not, just adding things up. That's going to be your 4 left, 4 right, and half of 6 7/8 if you need to use a calculator. But what I do is I just split the first number in half, so a half of 6 is 3. And then you take the fraction and you just double the bottom number. The top number stays the same. So 3 7/16 becomes your number. 3 7/16. If you need to use a calculator, you want to type that in as decimals. You don't want to do it with fractions unless you have some fancy dancy calculator. All right. So here we go. That's going to be your up and your down. We're going to get rid of these. We're going to do our fillet radius 0 multiple because we're going to go all the way around the outside here. And we start with this. Okay. Now the window is 3.5 wide and it's 4.5 tall. So what you want to do right off the bat here is we want to get away from this box size, and we want to do 3.5 wide, and we want to do, 4.5 tall, and then start trimming right away. So you get something like that. That's going to be the window. The door is going to be over here. The door stretches from the entire height, top and bottom, so you don't have to do anything for the up and down, but for the left and right, we said it's the same as a window. That's 3.5. So we might as well go 3.5 over. We can now trim that. We can trim this. You could leave this or you could trim it for now. It doesn't matter, but we're going to actually do some floor trim down here all the way across. So why don't we trim it for now, and then we'll figure that out later on, okay? So window, not too hard. All you're going to do is figure out what these are. They're all symmetrical all the way around the outside. So if this is a 1/4 offset, that means this is 1/4, that's 1/4, that's 1/4. The next one in is going to be 3/16 all the way around. And then you're going to be at this point when you're starting to get these glass pieces, which are 7/8 by 7/8. So here we go. Offset tool. We're going to do 1/4 first. That's going to be the trim around the outside. If you want to do just these 4 and trim it, make it look pretty, and then move on, that's fine. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to trim the 2 corners like this in all 4 corners. You are going to have to, this is going to be a little more challenging for me today because my camera is right in front of what I'm doing. But it just has to do with the screen behind me and whatever. Okay, so just bear with me if I'm like looking around like this. It's because I can't see around my camera. And I can't see if I get snap points sometimes. Okay, so you're like that. All right, now offset. The next one we said was 3/16, so you go 3/16 in. Now remember, there was a trick. If I took these four and I type join, that makes them one polyline, which is just one shape. So now if I do offset 3/16, it's going to offset the entire shape, and I don't have to do it 4 times. It's up to you. Is it faster? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it is. Okay. The only problem is that now I can't take this and offset 7/8 down because it's going to do the whole thing 7/8 down. So I'd have to click this, type explode, which is fun to type. So maybe you want to do it that way. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you, man. Okay. Listen, I can only tell you the different ways, but you do it the way you want. No, I'm just kidding. So 7/8, 7/8. Now don't keep going. Come down to the bottom. 7/8, 7/8. You get left with this little stuff in the middle here. 7/8, 7/8. The last one should be 7/8 on its own. Okay. So first thing, trim between. This looks nice. That looks nice. The only thing that we're missing is this line continues and hits the next thing. And this line continues and hits the next thing. And this just boxes out. So take this one and go like that. Take that one and go like that. Now we also want to trim those two. Window's done. Hey, you may even want to put your line weights on there because you did such a nice job, and now you can be proud of it. Okay. All right, door. Door's like a big tic-tac-toe board, just like the window was, but even more so. You're going to do 1/4 for the trim. There is no trim on the bottom yet. Let's do that later. But let's do it on those 3 sides. Let's trim and trim, trim, whoops, and trim, and then line to connect the corners. That's just a miter, which is basically the type of a cut that you would make on a big saw, on like a chop saw, and it puts them together, makes them look real nice. If you have it the other way, it just looks fine. Okay. Not in AutoCAD, like I mean actually in the room, you would want to put your trim like that and have these miter corners. All right. So that part's done. Okay. Now the big tic-tac-toe board, you have 9/16, and it's going to be the same on this side. It's all symmetrical. Then this one is going to be 5/8, and that one's going to be 5/8. Don't worry about how there's 2 right now. Just worry about the outside ones, the big ones. And then in the middle, there's another 5/8. So here's where you go with your left and rights. You do an offset of 9/16, and you do that left, right. Then you do 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. You get left with 5/8 in the middle. Now we need our up and downs. We're looking at these numbers. We already did the 4th. 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. 1 3/4, 5/8, 1 3/4. So we're going to leave it like that. Don't make it harder than what it is. 5/8, 3 times. 5/8, wrong way. 5/8, 5/8, 5/8, 1 3/4. That's going to be the big box. 5/8 is the space between them. And 1 3/4. That'll be the bottom. Now I did put 2 up here by accident, so I'm going to erase those. Sometimes it just goes the wrong direction. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay. So trimming. Trim all the way around the outside. This is kind of like when we were doing the Pac-Man assignment. All the way around the outside. Leave the outside trim alone. Go down the middle and then go through the spaces. That's why it's called a tic-tac-toe board. Okay. Now, rather than taking each one of these and going offset 16th, 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 trim, connect on all 6 of these, this is where joining things are really going to come in handy. Select all of these. Okay, there should be 16 lines altogether. Type join. You'll see that it's actually there's 24 of them. Sorry, 24 objects converted to 6 polylines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 polylines. Now offset 1/16. You're going to make sure that you go in 1/16. Don't go out 1/16. Otherwise, that's going to change your other numbers. So this gets most of the hard work out of the way. And then all you got to do, whoop, can't see. All you got to do is connect the corners. Here's another trick for you. If you do 2 of them, and then you do copy, and you grab this corner, you can do the tops of all of them with those 2 by just grabbing a base point, or you could keep connecting. It's up to you. Little tiny shortcuts save like a minute here, a minute there. By the end of the drawing, you know, you save a lot of minutes, which is nice. Copy. Base point is the bottom right, so click bottom right, bottom right, bottom right, bottom right, bottom right. Now we could have also, if I didn't do these yet, we could have taken these and did a mirror. Like I said, there's always a million different ways to do things. Midpoint to midpoint It puts them down there. Do you want to erase the source? No. I don't know if you want to do 6 mirrors. It's up to you. Okay. So the door, besides the trim at the bottom and besides the handle, is done. Let's do the handle real quick. From this line, which we now have 5/16 over, gets you to the center of this 1/4 diameter circle. And right at the end of the 1 3/4 and the beginning of the 5/8 is a line that we come across. You don't have to draw this line. I mean, you're going to draw it initially, but you're going to have to erase it later. It's just a dummy line. And you're going to draw that 1/4 diameter circle there. So what I do is I just take a line like this. It does not matter how far you go. You're going to erase it anyways. And then you do an offset of, I believe it was 5/16. Doesn't matter that this is joined because you're still getting a 5/16 out of that. And then, was it 5/16? Yeah, it was 5/16. That's going to give you this position right here, which is going to be your diameter 1/4 circle. Whoops. Diameter, don't type the distance yet. Place where it is first. 1/4. Erase a line, erase a line. So you get something like that, okay? You can darken it at this point if you want, but keep in mind, the bottom of the door runs all the way to both sides. So that's easy. We can just take this line and click the node. You can also use the extend tool if you would like, all the way across. The trim, like we know, is 1/4 of an inch, so 1/4 up. Now we got some trimming in the door to do here. The trim does not run through the door, and it doesn't run through itself, like trim to trim. What I do have is I have this line coming down, and this trim basically dying into the door, and this one stopping above it. So I think what I just did I actually messed up. I want to have it more like that, which means that you have the base trim, which always gets done first, and then you do trim around the outsides of your doors, which are going to sit on top of that. That could also be a miter cut, but it's a little bit more funny there on the ground. I don't know if I would do that there if I was doing trim in a room. Mostly also because this trim is sometimes different than what this trim is. The trim around the door and windows looks a certain way, and then the base stuff looks a little bit different sometimes. So, but then again, that's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want, okay? So that, okay? Now, select everything. I did that stuff first because it's a little hard to select. Make sure we get our 0.7s on there. Make sure before you print this that you change the date, that you change the name of the drawing. The only thing that's missing now is dimensions. I don't really want to do these dimensions. I'm going to let you guys do them because it's easy. 3/8 of an inch, 1/4. Anywhere you're going to have dimensions, you got to do those two lines. This one specifically is going to be a 1, 2. You can do a Q-dim here if you want. It's up to you. There's only 3 of them. We got that. And then we got that. Whoops. Try that again. That. And then we've got the outside to outside on the outside line and your blue box to get these out. Now, in some situations, you're going to see this look like that going forward in these 3 drawings. You might even see one when you go to do it over here and possibly over here with this 11/16 or one of these is going to look funny. I can't remember which one it is, okay? Oh, we got to talk about the hinges too. We're going to do that in a second. So if that happens, click the number that it's coming from. So before you click, highlight over it and see which one it's coming from. This arrow is coming from the 1/4, as you can see when I light this up. So click that one. Put your cursor over the blue node that's closest to the end of it. Don't click. And let that menu pop out, and then hit flip arrow. And you can flip it the other way. Okay, that just keeps it looking clean. All right. This looks kind of funny. So we just slide that over, or you can slide the other one over. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Doorknobs. Okay, not doorknobs. Sorry, hinges. Let's do one of them. You can see that these hinges are measured off of this line right here. You're going to go 1/16 out, and they're going to be 1/4 tall, but they are specifically placed. From this line, 11/16 down gets you to the top. 16th, 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 16th is going to add up to a 4th altogether. Then from the very bottom one, you go 2 1/4, and you do it again, and you go 2 1/4, and you do it again. Or you can copy them, or you can mirror them. You can do whatever you want. So let's do one of them. If I start with an offset of 11/16, that's off of this line. Make sure you're going off the right line, otherwise it's going to mess you up. I like to take this one, and I just like to put it the other way for now, and I'll trim it later. So that's the start of it. Offset 1/16. They're broken into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go 1/16 this way. Now you can leave the rest of this and build them all and then trim it, but I like to just make one at a time and then copy them. So that's one, okay? It just looks like a hinge. It's a 2D drawing. There's nothing special about it. It's not a real door and window, but it's just like a plan that looks kind of like that, okay? Like I said, we're getting into harder stuff here, so this is going to take you a little bit more time, and you guys will do the rest of these dimensions, and then you can call it a day. I appreciate you guys listening. If you're from outside in the world somewhere, like the Philippines or like India or wherever you guys are, please subscribe, tell your friends. I like to do this stuff because this is what I teach in my classroom, and most of these videos are for my students. My students, this makes it a lot easier for them because they don't have to hear me talk in front of the classroom minute after minute after minute. So I'll say a couple things, and then they get to go and run off and do their stuff. Okay, so that's it. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.